Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good, man. How's it going?
Good. Just doing this on a Monday night because yesterday had a little something going on.
Yep.
So
No problem.
and yeah, so this is Critically Average. I'm Willie Weber. That's Elijah Hill.
Mm-hmm.
You can find us on Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, Castos, SoundCloud. That's it. You got any movie news?
Yeah, there's a few.
Okay.
Like the Winter Soldier and Falcon, like buddy cop sort of TV show.
Yep.
For the streaming service.
Yep.
Disney are doing.
Yep.
That should be really good.
Yeah, but that's a long way out, right?
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
And then what else?
Maybe just that one thing then.
Okay. Well, I know you don't watch Game of Thrones, but I heard Game of Thrones. I mean, I guess everybody really knew this, but it's going to have the biggest fight scene or battle sequence of all time. Well, yeah, I mean, it already holds the place for the biggest battle sequence of all time for the Battle of the Bastards. So, yeah. So if this one's bigger, then it'll be bigger too.
Jeez. 'Cause how much of that is like computer generated?
The Battle of the Bastards, like, I don't think a lot of it was.
Really?
Yeah, it
That's
was
impressive.
a lot. There was a lot of extras. They had like over 10,000
That's-
extras or something like that.
That's impressive then. That's what I was wondering. I was like, really? More than the first one was like Infinity War, because that was a big amount of
People.
whatever. Yeah.
Dude, I tell you what,
Don't know if it was 10,000 though.
when you see like their set photos, there is a lot of people there. Like they have dudes with megaphones, like directing everything. Marvel does a lot of CGI background characters,
Right.
you know, because it's just, I mean, it's a lot easier.
Or
to
even
just,
Lord of the Rings.
yeah, Lord of the Rings does
They
the
did
same
that
thing.
too.
Yep. So, you got anything else?
Not that I know of.
I'm sure there's a lot more out there.
I don't
but
really look for news. It's
Yeah,
just
me
stuff
neither.
that comes across like on my Twitter feed or something.
Yeah, it's stuff I stumble upon. I'm not like actively searching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Also, I don't like actively searching because you get stuff spoiled for you
Right.
all the time.
I
what I
did
mean?
think of another thing. The like titles of the next 4 Avatar movies.
Oh,
I
What
saw
are
that
they?
on Twitter.
hold
It's
on.
like The Way of Water.
That's the first one.
Quest for, I don't know, something. That's like one of the last ones. Tolkien Rider. I'm pretty sure, right?
Wow, that was quick. Okay. We got Avatar: The Way of Water,
Yes.
which sounds,
Boring.
yeah, it does. Avatar: The Seed Bearer.
Ugh.
Ugh. Avatar: The Tolkien Rider. I think Tolkiens are the things that they ride.
Those that you connect, you
Is
have
that-
sex with.
Oh yeah, you have ponytail sex with.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that how they have sex too? Or are they like humans? Do they just like?
I don't know.
Okay.
I do not know.
I thought Tolkiens were the big dragon things.
I don't know. Tolkien
knows?
Rider? Is that
Who
what-
knows? Nobody cares about this universe. I don't understand. Let's see. If I type in Tolkien, does anything pop up? Tolkien. Images. Oh, gee. Okay. Google Images?
What is that?
That's Tolkien. Okay. Absolutely nothing pops up.
Well, what? That's Johnny Depp. Why is Johnny Depp the Lone Ranger?
Oh, I spelled it wrong. Who cares?
Oh.
And then the quest for Ewa. Eeywa.
No idea.
Ewa. Yeah, man, I don't know about this.
I don't know. Are
They're-
you going to go see them if they come out?
I mean,
Or when
yeah,
they
I
come out?
guess. I'll see the first one. If it's doo-doo, then I won't, you know
Did
what I
you
mean?
see the first one in theaters? Avatar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I was one of those suckers who went to go see it.
I didn't.
So, you did not?
I didn't see it in theaters.
Elijah.
So,
Guess what?
what?
I have a bombshell.
Okay. I wonder if the Audacity actually picked that up.
I think I bet it probably did. Okay. Okay, all shenanigans aside, I have a new number one movie of all time.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, what was it before?
Mad Max Fury Road, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, it was, because yours was that, and mine was Dark Knight.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I have a brand new number one.
Okay.
So I went and saw this movie the other day in a theater all by myself. Because I got the new, what's it called?
The Regal?
3 movies.
Or AMC?
Yeah, the AMC thing. So, and it was in the Dolby Theater at 11 o'clock on a Friday.
AM or PM?
AM.
Oh, God.
Because I had,
Were you the only one there?
yeah, I had no class on Friday, so I just went there. Only person in the theater. I don't know if that made it any better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, dude, I just sat dead center of that shit. I was in my own chair, and the surround sound, this movie, like, affected me on a personal level that no other movie has ever done.
Nice. I'm surprised you didn't, like, unbutton your pants, take your shoes off. I would have.
I wore these, so I was in joggers,
okay.
so it didn't really matter.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, it's First Man.
Oh, with Goosling?
Ryan Gosling, Neil Armstrong movie.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Okay.
I don't know why I liked it so much. And that, you know, like, I don't think it's the best movie ever, but it's my favorite movie.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just, like, the whole time I was 100% invested. Like, I was just in it. You know what I mean? And it was, like, the perfect mix of, like, engineer porn and emotional stuff and, like, you know, biography.
Yeah.
And just, it was perfect. And I don't know, it was incredible. And it was, like, actually scary, too. Because some of the space, like, shooting off into space scenes,
Yeah.
he really makes you feel, like, as claustrophobic and as nervous as they do, you know? Because, I mean, you're being launched into space, like, and, yeah, and after watching that movie, you can really understand why Buzz Aldrin punched a dude in the face for, like, accusing him of faking it.
All right.
For faking the moon landing, you know? Because a lot of people died and a lot of people risked their life to make that happen, you know? And a lot of people spent their entire life making that happen. And so I can imagine when that dude accused him of that, all the emotions of that came out when he just punched a dude right in the face.
Yeah.
But
I honestly forgot that movie was a thing. I didn't know it was out yet.
It's so good.
Yeah, because I've seen a few commercials and stuff, like, during football games.
Yeah.
But not much besides that.
You probably won't be able to go see it
What?
because it's already out of theaters, realistically.
Oh, that's fine. I'd rather watch it in comfort of my own home.
Okay. Do what you want. I'm glad I went and go see it in theaters. Let's just put it that way. I think it enhanced my viewing experience.
True. Well, how many people can say you basically, like, rented out the whole theater?
Oh, I had the whole
yourself?
movie theater myself. I mean, how many people are going to go see it at 11 o'clock on a Friday?
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
And it was in the Dolby, so it had full surround sound. Like, blackest blacks, whitest whites. You know what I mean? And, like, I was even, like, since no one's in there, you know what I mean? I was, like, just okay, I'll spill the beans. I was, like, acting like I was in the movie. Like, I was in there.
Nerd!
Right? Yeah, dude. But no one's in there, so I'm like, I can do whatever I want. So, like, during the scenes, like, where, what's it called? This rockets would launching off, I would just, like, put myself in there. I'd like, I shake my knees, so it'd be, like, shaking. It was awesome. It was such a good movie.
That's hilarious. That's great.
I'm such a nerd, but I had a great time.
Cool, man.
All by myself. And that will be hard pressed to fall off the list. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
It's also just a really good movie. Like,
okay.
apart from all the
if you're saying it's your favorite movie, like if we redid our list, that'd be number one for you. It'd be hard for that to get bumped up.
I'm just saying they're gonna
15 new movies came out.
I'm just saying it's gonna have to. They're gonna have to make a really good movie to knock it off the top.
Right, Aquaman.
You know?
Yes.
Hey,
I'm holding strong, man.
Man, I don't know about that one. Okay, all right. You want to get into this list?
Sure, man.
So
This is a fun one.
this is a fun one. Guilty pleasure movies.
Yeah, and not in the sexy way.
So, as Elijah had to send me because I don't know what guilty pleasure
Hey,
means.
man.
No, I do. I'm just messing with
I didn't
you.
want you to have, like, like the 50 Shades trilogy or however
that
many
would
there
be
are on
super
here.
funky. No, guilty pleasures are like you have
No shame in
no
enjoying
shame
them.
in liking it,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you watch
no matter
it,
how bad they are.
and you will watch it no matter how bad it is. You're like, yeah, I like that movie though.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you got?
All right, start off at number 10. I have Waterboy.
Oh man, that's a great movie.
I mean,
But some people would be. I totally get what you're saying.
yeah,
Like some people really don't.
because
like
it's
that.
Adam Sandler. A lot of people,
Yep. Yep.
just because Adam Sandler's in it, will
And it's not a
poo-poo it.
great movie.
No, it's
You know what
not.
I'm
It's
saying?
just, it's a classic.
It's a great guilty pleasure movie. It's also one where like if it's on, I'm watching it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's insanely quotable. You know.
Right.
That's a high quality H2O.
Well, that's a good criteria for a lot of movies on here. On my list, anyway.
Is how quotable they are.
Quotability, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, my number 10 is World War Z.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay.
World War Z is a bad movie. But man, I love it. I don't know what it is about it. When I first saw the trailer for that movie,
Uh-huh.
and I just saw zombies like piling on top of each other and everything like that, I was like, "Oh, I really want to go see that." And yeah, it's not very good, but man, I love watching it. I don't know why.
Yeah,
It's
I quite enjoy it.
yeah. I don't know how to explain it. And I know most people hate it because it's based on the book World War Z,
Oh, right.
which is just a collection of stories about the zombie outbreak.
Mhm.
You know, like before, after, during, and it's like they're all short stories. Like, you know, some are 15, 30, 20 pages, stuff like that,
Yeah.
right? And so this movie's like a complete departure from that, you know? And in the book, they're more like slow and just methodical and take over and stuff like that. In this movie, they're like, I don't even know how to explain them. They're more like rabid beasts than they are zombies,
Right.
you know? So, but I do like this movie for the spectacle of it, you know?
Yeah.
Yep. What's your number 9?
Number 9 is Gamer.
Oh, jeez.
You know what I'm talking about? Gamer?
Is this the one where if you die in the game, you die in real life?
No.
Okay.
It's Gerard Butler.
Oh,
it's
Lord.
where they take criminals
Okay.
that are facing jail time, and it's basically VR, where like kids and stuff
Yeah.
control the convicts, like in war.
Oh, jeez.
It's like Call of Duty,
Yeah.
basically. Like the criminals have to play Call of Duty like unwillingly
Wow.
because these kids control them. It's pretty good.
That's pretty. That
A little
sounds
ahead of its time.
That sounds brutal.
Not very good, but enjoyable.
Most of these movies are like you make them good because your own imagination. You know what
Right,
I mean?
yeah.
You expand upon them. You're like, oh yeah, what if stuff like that. All right, my number 9. This is kind of a weird guilty pleasure because I don't know. Some of them are good, some of them are bad.
Uh-huh.
But the whole Harry Potter franchise, I will literally. I think about once every 3 years, I'll sit down and watch the whole damn thing, just 1 through 8. Don't know why.
I don't think I could do that.
See, but I don't know why. I just love them. Like,
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
and a lot of them are not very good. There's a lot of bad ones in there, but I will just all the way through, man.
See, I'm trying to remember. I read like the first 3,
Yeah.
and I watched most of them. I stopped watching up to like Order of the Phoenix.
Okay.
So, and then I was just like, nah.
Order of the Phoenix is pretty rough. It's
Probably why
it's
I
a
stopped
lot
it.
of exposition,
Oh yeah.
and then Half-Blood Princes you get some answers, and then 7 and 8 are pretty good. They're actually really good. I like them both. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the times I'll watch 7 and 8 back to back, like it don't stop.
Right. Well, that's part 1 and 2, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Deathly Hallows.
Yeah, because if you stop in between it, I don't know. You end on Dobby's death, and you just kind of like, you know what I mean? You're like, well,
Spoilers.
let's just power through this, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. What's your number 8?
Number 8 is Revenge of the Sith,
Revenge of the Sith, huh?
the third of the prequels,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and to date, my favorite Star Wars movie still.
What? Your favorite?
Yeah. It goes
Okay.
that, then Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi is really good.
Yeah. But you got to think the age.
Yeah, it's all about when we saw it.
Exactly. And I made this reference last week about the Crocs, kids wearing Crocs.
Yep.
And you pick the best of those three.
Yeah.
This is that one, basically. This is the best of the three. And as a kid, when I was really into Star Wars, that's the one I watched the most.
Gotcha.
So I had to put it on there.
You don't like the first three? The original trilogy?
Not really. Bunch of old sand people. I'm good. Six was fine.
6 is good.
It was 3 and 6 are the ones that I've watched the most of.
Okay.
And then I watched the Force Awakens and I haven't seen any of the other ones.
Gotcha. All right. I can agree with that. You might find out here in a minute. All right. My number 8 is Moana.
Oh yeah, nice. Is that just from quotability?
Dude,
Or sing along?
Dude, I just love, I don't know what it is. I love half the songs in that movie. You know what I mean? Like The Shiny and You're Welcome and all that stuff. And it's not a very good movie. There's like a Mad Max part in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these like little coconut guys start chasing them, and it reminds me a lot of Mad Max. They're like swinging around on poles and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's just kind of a guilty pleasure movie. It's like one of those what do you call it? One of those animated movies that you're like, this is actually pretty good. You know? So
right.
yeah, it's actually pretty good. I think The Rock helps it a lot. It's one of the Rock movies that I'm like, you chose a good one, brother.
Well, it's just voice, really.
Yeah.
And personality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pretty
Cool.
good.
Yep. All right, number 7 for me is Step Brothers.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a guilty pleasure movie.
What? I mean, that's a pretty bad movie,
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
but
It's like you wouldn't
I still
let your
enjoy it.
mom to know.
Well, my mom did go see it. That's the funny thing. And she actually walked out of the theater.
So, for any of you that don't know, your mom is very Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Step Brothers is like out there for her.
Well, she went with my aunt,
Okay.
and I don't think they knew what they were getting into,
Oh,
and they
Lord.
walked out. So
That's
I'm sure
a great
they saw
one.
Will Ferrell and like, yeah, that's not bad.
Okay, yeah. But
'Cause
anything with Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, you
'Cause
gotta...
I'm pretty sure I'm right, but it was Talladega Nights came out before it, and that went terrible compared to Step Brothers, and so like, oh, it's probably another Talladega Nights movie.
Okay. I got you.
Boy, were they wrong.
That's funny,
But I
though.
love that movie and very quotable.
What, you love Step Brothers?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good.
it's very quotable too.
Oh, yeah. For sure. All right. Number 7, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens.
Ugh.
There's the reason why it's a guilty pleasure movie, because I love it. And
Uh-huh.
you go, ugh,
It's just Star Wars in general now.
ugh.
Just
Yeah.
lost all.
I like
care
it, though.
for it.
I like
Yeah,
that
you-
movie, though. I do not like the latest one. I don't
The
I don't
Last
hate
Jedi?
it. I don't hate it like some of the people do. They're like, "Meh, meh, 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 meh."
Oh, want it remade? Is that?
Yeah, all that shit, and like, starting a GoFundMe to get it remade and all that shit. No, I don't hate it that much. There's just a lot of parts in it that are just like completely useless. You know, like Rose and Finn's part in that movie are just feels completely unneeded. But if you took it out, that's like an hour of the movie gone. So it's like, so, but and that actually reminds me, I do have another thing of movie news that I need to tell you about, but I'll tell you after. But yeah, episode 7, I don't know, I just like it. I just like the introduction of Rey and Finn and Poe, and seeing the old guys back. You know what I mean? Everything like that. I don't particularly love Kylo Ren in that movie, but he's all right.
Yeah.
So, do you remember Cameron when that movie came out? He saw it like 4 times.
Did he?
Yeah, we had a friend that saw the movie. He had tickets on opening night. Then he went and saw it again with like his girlfriend at the time, like 2 days later. So those tickets were again, he had to get early, and then he went and saw it with us.
I was about to ask. I faintly remember going.
Yeah, he literally saw that movie like 4 times. I'm like, I don't know if it was that good.
Okay.
It was good. It wasn't that good though. But yeah.
Well,
What's your
let me ask you this: is there a movie you would go see 4 times in a day?
Absolutely. First Man.
Okay.
Dead ass. I want to go.
No, I'm
see
saying
it.
without seeing or like not knowing what it is already, because just from the Star Wars fact alone is why he went to go see it 4 times. So if without you seeing the First Man, would you go see it 4 times in a day?
No, I think that's no.
Okay. I think probably the next Avengers could.
That's true.
Yeah. Literally, we don't know much about it, just a bunch of rumors and stuff.
No, that's totally
I would
true.
go see it 4 times.
And I would have gone seen the last one 4 times.
Probably.
Honestly.
I saw it twice.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. I saw it
Well,
twice.
I'm saying in theaters, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably one of the only movies I could see 4 times within a week.
Absolutely. See, I think that's one of the reasons why I like First Man so much. It's because I had really high expectations for it because it's by the director of La La Land, right? So I love that movie, and it's a biography, so you have to make it good because it's hard to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to mess up the legacy of someone's life like that, and it had Ryan Gosling in it. And I was like, listen, if this movie's bad, then he has no reason for it to be, and then it lived up and surpassed those expectations. You're like, wow, It's hard for a movie to do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I think if I was tasked to go see a movie 4 times, it would probably be the Infinity War Part 2. I'd probably go see.
Right.
Without
But we don't
knowing.
even know the name of it, and we would go see it.
Exactly.
All right. My number 6 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Oh, God.
Secret of the Ooze.
Is this a new one? Is
No,
this a
it's-
live action, like, Michael Bay one?
No.
Thank God.
No, it's the ones from
Okay.
early 2000s.
Sick.
Yeah. The ones where it's the costumes or
Is
whatever.
that like the Go Ninjas,
with
Go?
Vanilla
Oh,
Ice?
Lord.
Yes. That is it. That movie exactly.
That's a perfect example of a guilty pleasure movie because it's bad,
Yeah.
but you like it
Yeah. Love
because it's Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, to help with this list, I really just looked at what DVDs I owned.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, a good way to do this is I just typed in movies in 2011, 2010,
Right.
2013, 2016, and was like, would just go through and be like, ooh, that movie's bad, but I really like it.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that one's good.
All right. My number 6 is Ace Ventura Pet Detectives. I fucking love that movie.
That's great.
I had the VHS for that movie.
Yeah.
And I used to have a van that had a VHS player. So every single time we drive to Indiana or
Right.
wherever we were going, dude, I would watch the heck out of that movie. Dude. It's so good. It laces out and just there's so many quotable scenes from both of the Ace Ventura movies, to be fair,
Mhm.
So, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Nice. They're on Hulu.
Are they?
Yeah.
Ooh. I might have to go watch one.
Yeah.
What's your number 5?
Ready Player One.
It's a good one.
Yeah. It's one of the few movies that gets me to like nerd out.
It's a very nerd out movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It makes me want it. It inspired our A for Debate today too, so
Indeed.
it did.
And it inspired one of our movie showdowns.
Oh yeah, the giant robots.
Giant robot showdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a stellar movie, but
No.
it's still a lot of fun,
Enjoyable.
Yeah. Which is fun.
Yeah.
I like that movie a lot. And I've read the book too, and so
Mhm.
people that read the book are like, meh. And I'm like, they're not. Do you understand what it would take for them? Because the book is wildly more like in depth, And I'm like, they're not gonna completely adapt the book perfectly,
Yeah. Sorry, I'm making you yawn.
dude. This is why we don't record them past.
Yeah, we
4
usually do
o'clock.
this 10, 11 every Sunday.
Yeah,
And
We
then
just-
the times just changed, and now it's a Monday afternoon.
we're just old men. All right, My number 5
Yes.
is is Grease.
Is this because of Megan?
No, it actually I used to watch Grease a lot before Megan,
Really?
and then I watched it with Megan, and so it's just always been one of my favorite movies. And it's a guilty pleasure because it's like it's a musical,
Right.
you know what I mean? And it's not a very good movie, but it's a lot of fun to watch.
That's the thing.
I don't know why.
Brooke absolutely hates musicals.
Yeah?
Like even if a TV show has a musical in it,
Aw,
she'll like turn her ears off.
really?
Yeah. Like there.
I think for a musical to work, it has to fit the narrative perfectly.
I gotcha.
If you're just trying to shoehorn in a musical, it does not work for me.
Because I'm trying like Futurama. Like in the first season, we started that.
Yeah.
She hasn't seen it, and there's like a small musical in that, and she hated it. Like Big Mouth as well. There's a few musicals in there.
Yep.
I don't know why she hates it, but
Sometimes I hate public singing.
oh.
I'm not a huge fan of public singing.
Yeah. Oh, that right. Because you remember me telling you we watched all of How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
And there was like the 100th episode or whatever. They did a musical.
Mm-hmm.
The Suits or Women or whatever.
Yep.
Barney had to choose.
Yep.
Like that one was great. You know.
Uh-huh.
And Brooke hated it. I was so upset. I was like, it's so good.
You guys were probably like excited to what's it called? Show her that one.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, this is a really good episode.
Yeah.
And I was like, here it is.
And then she's like, I hate musicals.
Yeah.
No, dude, I love musicals. I like La La Land. I like Grease. I like
That's why you say heroin.
is it Hairspray?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one.
Okay.
I like Rocky Horror Picture Show. Sorry,
Okay.
it's nuts, but
You
it's
like
still.
the Pitch Perfect movies?
You know what?
Just for Anna Kendrick, maybe.
Pitch Perfect's pretty good. Yeah, it's got a lot to do with Anna Kendrick. If she wasn't in there, then wouldn't have anything good to look at.
Yeah.
I love Anna Kendrick. She's like one of my favorite actors. Says this.
There you go.
All right, what's your number 5?
4.
4.
Justice League.
Oh, the recent one?
Yeah.
That's a great guilty pleasure movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
With such low expectations, I'll say at least met them.
Oh God, it did not.
Yes, it did. What do you?
No, that
with
movie.
low
That movie had
expectations?
super high expectations a
What?
few years ago.
You're thinking of Batman vs Superman.
Nope.
Yes.
No. When Justice League was announced, when DC announced that they were doing the whole thing, that they were gonna do it, we were so hyped. We were like, "Oh my God, yes!
Right.
We love these characters." So at that point, Justice League was so hyped, and it steadily its expectations just dropped over time. You're like,
I know, but
"Oh."
I'm saying like right after Batman Superman, the expectations were real low,
Yeah.
and I thought it at least met them,
Okay.
and I still enjoy it.
That makes it perfect for a guilty pleasure.
I just
movie
think
because
I think it's cool to see all
I
of
think
them in
it's-
a movie.
I think it's awesome to see them all in a movie. I just wish the movie wasn't a steaming pile of shit. You know,
Yes.
it would
Correct.
be nice to see them not in a steaming pile of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, like it's worth more of your time to go watch them in the animated series than it is anything
yeah,
else.
that's
You
true.
know, which is kind of sad.
Yep.
All right, what'd you do?
4.
Okay, my number 4 is, I don't know if you call it a guilty pleasure movie, but I guess it is. It's more like I don't want people to know that I like this, kind of.
Okay.
And or like I had to shut it off when my mom walked in or something like that.
Okay.
It's Jackass. I
Okay.
love the Jackass, like all the movies. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just like, it's a guilty pleasure to watch people hurt themselves. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
then you also don't want to be like that dude that's like really into Jackass. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's fair. Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I understand completely.
And that's not like I'm super into it. Like I don't watch them like all the time. But like I had a good time watching those movies for some weird primal reason. It's just fun to watch people hurt themselves.
All right. That's a good one.
Thank you. Thank you. What's your number 3?
You'll like this one.
Okay.
This is a twofer because it's the first and sequel to it.
Okay.
The live action Scooby Doo movies.
Oh Lord. Wait a minute.
Like Scooby Doo and then 2 Monsters Unleashed.
Those are amazing movies, by the way. I
I know, because I know you love
We
them.
don't guilt each other for watching these, but the rest of the world might.
That's what we're basing off of.
Both of those are perfect movies, by the way. There's nothing wrong with them. Scooby-Doo is definitely not incorrectly colored for every single scene he's in. You know? They're like, can we get light levels in here? Nah, nobody. We don't need light levels. He's like in a dark room and he's like a beacon of light. You're like, why is Scooby so bright right now? They're in a dark room. It's like, oh, that's because it's 2000 CGI.
True. Like those monsters were terrible.
Oh, dude, you remember when? You remember the first movie when Scrappy gets all like big headed?
Yep. That's terrible.
It's lovely though. Oh man, still one of my favorite scenes of all time is when Fred like sacrifices himself to fight the knight.
Yeah.
And he electrocutes like the pole. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, so good. So good.
Because Bon Jovi was playing in the background too.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. And it's all slow-mo and crazy and stupid, and he's on his motorcycle.
Yep.
And what's it called? And remember when Velma tries to look all hot for that dude? Oh.
Who's your daddy? Yeah. With Seth Green.
Oh man. Okay. The second movie, I like the second movie a lot because they were like, you know what? Let's just put all the characters in one movie, and I was like, yup. They were like, we're not getting funding for another one of these, so let's just do it all, you know?
Yep.
The first one, they're like, let's make Scrappy the villain for some odd reason, you know? So, dude, I like both of those for sure.
I know.
I'm surprised they're not on my list. I should have wrote them down.
Yeah. I'll be very disappointed if my number one's not on your list, to be fair.
Okay. We might have the same number one.
I'm hoping we do.
We might.
I can't see yours.
We
but.
might. Okay, so before we get any further, my top three are like up there because they're so incredibly bad. Well, except for number one. They're so incredibly bad, right?
Yeah.
That's why I put them high. Is because they're so bad, but I still love them. I felt like you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Number three is Waterworld.
Oh, God.
Have you ever seen that movie?
No, but I know you have it because I've seen it here like
So when I was really, really young and my sister started dating Jordan,
her husband
now, he gave me Waterworld. He's like, this is one of my favorite movies. I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to go watch it. I watched that thing when I was really young and I loved it. And I've since watched it, you know, like 2 or 3 more times. It's bad. It's really bad. But for some odd reason, I still like it. Mainly because I guess I just wanted to like what Jordan liked. You know?
Oh, yeah. Your young, like, impressionable mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So me and my sister are like really far apart, like 7 years or something like that. So I was really young when they started dating.
Right.
So, but yeah. And it's bad. It's really bad. So, yeah. What you got?
My number 2 is Pacific Rim.
Yeah, I mean.
Mm-hmm. For the longest time, Pacific Rim was, I remember, my number 15th of all-time movie.
Nice.
Anyway, until the Uprising came out.
Gotcha.
I like that one slightly more.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pacific Rim is a perfect guilty pleasure movie because it's really not that great of a movie, but it's awesome to watch because it's just robots slapping each other.
Yeah, like, you don't need to worry about the characters.
We don't need the story. Like, we understand you have to put together a movie, but let's just watch robots hit each other.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my number 2 is Star Wars Episode 3.
Nice.
It's because...
Wait, Episode 3, like original 3 or in order?
Episode 3.
So, the one I said.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the first 3 original trilogy, 4, 5, and 6, are just good movies, so they're not really guilty pleasure.
Okay.
But 3, if you like 3, you know, and you tell people, like, I like 3, they'll probably have a little bit of a backlash, you know? They'll be like,
right.
Ah! And I'm like, it's all about when it came out, you know?
Sure. How old we were, yeah.
And it's the best General Kenobi, you know? It's the best Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
And
Grievous
it's also
is good
the worst Anakin, you know?
Sure. And Grievous is good in it.
Grievous is good. And you get to see Grievous being cool. And, yeah, there's that cool fight with Emperor Palpatine.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yoda.
Mace Windu, and then Yoda after that. And then the, you know, my favorite part of the whole thing is the battle on Mustafar.
Yeah.
And the, you know, I have the high ground, Anakin. Don't try it.
Yeah.
You underestimate my power. Such a brooding little kid. But yeah, that's like the perfect guilty pleasure movie because it's so crap. Yeah. But it's so like, I don't know, we like it for some weird reason. All right, brother.
All right, moment of truth. Do we have the same number one?
I sure hope so.
I
You want to
do
say
too.
it on 3?
Yeah.
All right, 1.
Wait, hold on. Are you doing 1, 2, 3, go?
Yeah.
3,
Okay.
2, 1?
What? I
What?
said on 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Nacho Libre.
Yes. Yes, we are friends. Dude,
Yeah.
Nacho Libre is like, it's amazing.
I'm trying to think. When we lived together, there was like a quote a day of that movie.
Absolutely. I mean, not only that, it was like it fits so many different things. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
like, I mean, I've met people on playing PlayStation and stuff like that are like, you know, a bunch of wussies, and you're like, this is amazing. You know, it's like
Yeah.
everybody.
It's fantastic.
It's one of the most quotable. It's the best.
Yeah.
Look at my blouse.
Yeah, because it's funny as crap. It's a fine story. It's not the greatest. It's got wrestling, which I like.
I think the story is meta. I think it's meta.
Right.
Like it's self-referential. Like it's so stupid because the movie is stupid. You know.
Well,
and
and
like if we wanted to, I think we could go back and forth right now for solid 5 minutes of just saying quotes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's how quotable it is and how related. Like,
and considering how like dumb like wrestling is already, like not like mat wrestling, but like wrestling.
yeah,
it just adds more fuel to the funny tank
absolutely.
of what they're trying to do.
Yep.
So it's great.
It's a great movie.
Fantastic.
I think it's become like one of my Christmas what do you call it? Traditions. Like everyone watches their Christmas movies. I
Yeah.
watch Nacho Libre.
Yeah. Y'all can have your Christmas Carol 24-hour run. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm watching Nacho Libre.
Yeah.
Not because it's a Christmas movie or anything, but I want to watch it once a year for the rest of my life. Realistically,
Yeah.
So much fun. Oh, it'd be so good.
Nice. I'm surprised. I was gonna put Shrek on my list,
Ooh.
but I think
I think Shrek's a
not
good
enough
movie.
people don't like it. Exactly.
Yeah,
It's a good
not
movie.
enough people. Like people wouldn't be like, "Oh, you like Shrek?"
Right.
You know what I mean? But people definitely be like, "Oh, you like Star Wars Episode 3?"
Yeah. Right.
You know? Oh, you like Grease? So, well, that was a good list.
Yeah,
I like that.
That was a fun one.
All right. You ready to do the
It's
main
good.
topic?
It's good to take a break
movie
from
news.
critiquing everything.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Movie news.
Okay. Apparently, Avengers,
4.
Infinity War 2, aka Avengers 4, is going to have an incredibly long runtime.
Good.
Exactly. That's like when I heard Justice League was going to be short. You know, a bunch of people were like, "Oh, thank God, I'm tired of all these." I'm like, no, I came there to see people on the screen.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a team up movie. It needs to be long because you need to give everyone their an ample amount of time. You know.
Yep. Sorry.
And this movie is like the culmination of the longest running, you know, cinematic universe so
To date,
far.
really.
Yeah, the most ambitious one, without a doubt. You know,
Yeah.
there's been others, but this is the most ambitious.
True.
So,
Like, you could you count Star Wars?
Star Wars is pretty. Yeah, I could say that, but
The thing is, there's just such a big gap in between when they came out.
yeah, and Star Wars, I don't think is very ambitious. Like they stay very true to their, what's it called? Their, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the reason Marvel is so ambitious is because they did it with characters that no one really knew, you know,
Right.
and built it in a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
Whereas Star Wars has been building it since the 70s, so that's like 30 years from now.
Yeah.
30 years ago, 40 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
He's gonna attack these as soon as I put them on your bed.
Don't put them on my bed here.
Okay. I was gonna put them over here for you, but That's fine.
Go, you
No
little
fun
rascal.
for you.
No fun for you, sir. All right, ready to do the main topic?
Half of it.
What do you mean?
I'm ready to do one of them.
What are we doing this week, Elijah?
We're doing Avengers and Iron Man 3 review.
Yeah.
And, hey, that's my phone.
All right. What do you want to do first?
Iron Man 3.
All right,
Just
let's
get it
just
out of
knock
the way.
it out.
Did you rewatch either?
No.
Me either. Well,
I know the
stop touching my
Avengers.
stuff, kitty.
I know the Avengers well enough,
Yeah, that's what I was
and
saying.
because I've watched it 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and I don't want to rewatch Iron Man.
Yeah, I just watched a YouTube video.
Did you know Iron Man is a Shane Black movie?
Yeah.
Do you know who Shane? Do you know what
Yeah,
Shane
the
Black
Predator.
made?
The new Predator.
And
Horror movies, right?
The Good Guys.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
That's sad.
The good guys or nice guys?
Nice guys.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
You were like giving me a weird face. I was like, I messed something up. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it's confusing because there's like the other guys, the nice guys. There's a bunch of,
Yeah.
and then the knife guys. You remember from Will Ferrell and Ryan Gosling on like Jimmy Fallon or?
Oh
something?
yeah, the Knife Guys. That's a pretty good skit.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Anyway.
Iron Man 3,
Yeah.
pretty lame.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Iron Man 3. So basically, Tony's having PTSD
Yes. From
from
Avengers.
Avengers, which is a movie we'll talk about in a minute.
Yeah.
And there's a new ringleader out there,
The Mandarin.
the Mandarin, but
Yeah.
he's not actually the bad guy.
Yeah, there's a fake one.
Yeah, he's the
Whatever.
what's that guy's name? I can't remember. But he fakes him out, and the person behind it is what's his name?
We're well prepared for this.
It's the guy from the last movie, right?
Hammer?
Iron Man 2?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
They look the same. I apologize.
Not really. What are you?
Okay. All right.
Hold on. But he's an extremist.
Yes.
Hold on.
And he like
Guy Pearce played Aldrich Killian.
Aldrich Killian. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. And he's like a fire monster?
Extremist, yeah. Yeah. I don't understand it because they can like turn hot enough to melt like steel and stuff,
And
but
then they
not
can-
their clothes that they're wearing.
Yes, but they can also blow up.
And they can like Guy Pearce, for instance, was could blow fire out of his mouth.
Yeah. And they can like explode if they want to, right?
Yeah.
Because the guy explodes in the Chinese theater or whatever that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So,
The fake guy is Ben Kingsley, by the way.
thank you.
He played
Ben Kingsley.
Trevor Slattery.
Yeah, and he does a really good job actually
Yeah, he was good.
as the Mandarin.
He was funny.
And you get to see Iron Man be an absolute idiot in this movie and tell everyone where he lives.
Yep.
And that doesn't go so well for him because his whole entire house gets thrown into the side of the ocean. And yeah, he's just not a very good movie, and he's not very smart in this movie. And he builds an inordinate amount of freaking Iron Man suits, which you would think would be cool, but after a while you're like, is it kind of lame?
Just because there was one really cool one that was basically like a smaller Hulkbuster.
Yep, yeah.
He was just running in. Like if they did a bunch of different versions and stuff, I think it'd be a lot cooler. But it was basically just different designs on them.
Yeah. I think each they all had different purposes. Like
Yeah.
there were different ones for different things because he was just trying to make like perfect Iron Man suits. But it's just like I don't know, they were kind of lame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Iron Patriot's in this movie, right?
That's true. Yep.
That's cool.
With the red, white, and blue.
Yep. And then the ending of this movie is super weird.
Yeah, a lot of it doesn't make sense.
So Pepper gets turned into an extremist,
Yep.
kills Guy Pearce,
Yep.
and then she's fine. And then she dies,
She dies.
and then she's fine.
She's fine. And never brought up again.
And I guess she's not an extremist anymore.
Don't know.
Because like we said the other week, if she is, we could use some help here. Thanos is coming.
Yeah.
So, but
Right.
I
And
don't.
and also, because this is the movie where Tony gets his reactor taken out.
Uh-huh.
Right. So does he just have a hole there now?
No, he closes it up.
Can you just close it up like?
Well, I'm sure they
Because
put
it's deep. It's it's about the size of our mic thing here.
I'm sure it would you know what I mean? It would like heal itself. Like your cells would regrow. You can regrow cells.
I mean, it's like what right here, right? A
Yeah.
straight rib cage.
He's Iron Man, man. He's got nanoparticles. So just
Okay. Well, this was before then.
I mean, this is true. I don't know.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, though. I don't think it's supposed to be practical. I mean, I don't think you would actually be able to have a giant.
I gotcha.
Because, like, there's ribs right here.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do? Like, remove 2 of his ribs?
Yeah. I don't know.
Funky. Alrighty. But, what's it called? Yep. Doesn't really have much bearing on the entire.
Yeah. Because it was in between. Really anything important. Like after Avengers and before
Age of Ultron.
I would say
Civil War.
probably Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
That was the next important one.
Yep. And I felt that when I was watching this too. I was like, this doesn't really matter. You know?
Yeah.
It's like you've just expanded the universe to show everything and then you brought it right back down.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really matter. You know? And but I think there are some good scenes in this. Like I think the scene with the kid in the little small town,
Mm-hmm.
I think those are pretty good.
Yeah.
When he doesn't have the Iron Man suit and he's trying to fix it, those are kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know? Because you get to see Tony like at his weakest,
Yeah.
which is something you don't really get to see very often.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
I ain't got anything else to say about it.
Not much.
All right, let's grade it real quick.
All right.
All right. Does it give you a boner?
No.
No, I'm sorry. Does it
That's all, folks.
does it get the boner score?
No.
No.
That's what no
me
means.
neither. Cinematography? I think we got to give it to it because
Yeah.
it looks good.
Yeah, the final it was dark. Nighttime.
You don't like nighttime fight scenes, but
Yeah.
I think
But
it was good.
it's not like everything was dark colors,
Yeah.
at least. So, I'll give it to it.
Okay. Rewatchability?
No.
It's pretty. I have never watched this movie again, by the way, and I didn't watch
Oh,
it
I've
this
watched
time.
it once. So.
Yeah, I didn't watch it this time because I was like, nah. Overall impressions? Pretty
No.
lame.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Engagement? It's not
It's not terrible.
engaging.
It's not.
But it's not. Yeah, I'll give it engagement. I mean, it keeps you interested. It's just not very good.
Yeah.
Which is the next one. Story. Does it have a really good story? No. The
No.
bait and switch with the Mandarin is really lame. And you feel like if you're gonna do that,
Well,
right?
the Mandarin's very important.
Yeah, and if you're gonna do that, I get it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do it right though. Don't make it Killian. Like nobody cares.
Right.
And then make it some weird fire monster. I don't really care about a weird fire monster.
Yeah.
So, yep. So that's a 2 out of 6.
2 out of 6.
It's no snap.
Yep.
No snap. All right, let's get into the good one. Avengers.
Do you want to rank it?
We'll do it after
Okay.
together.
All
So, let's do Avengers.
Okay.
Is this the first introduction to a Infinity Stone? Well, it's in Captain America.
It was
so
in
no.
the end credit scene to Captain America
Okay.
because of the Tesseract.
Yeah, and the Tesseract is in Captain America. So never
Mhm.
mind. But you get to see Tesseract again.
Mm-hmm.
And then Loki uses the Tesseract to teleport to Earth.
Yeah, with the Chitauri.
Yep. And he's got his scepter,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which is another
Another
Infinity-
stone.
Another
So there
stone.
was 2 stones in this one.
Yep. Little did we know. So,
Oh yeah, because we didn't know that till Ultron.
yep. And he's taking control of the Doctor from Thor,
Mm-hmm.
who's working for S.H.I.E.L.D. now,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Doing experiments on the Tesseract,
Yep.
right?
Trying
And
to
then,
weaponize it.
Yeah, and this is our first introduction to a lot of Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
So, not really Black Widow, but
Well, Black Widow, because before she was
exactly.
Natasha or whatever.
So
with
you get
glimpses.
you get to see her as like an actual badass.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get not our first introduction to
Hawkeye.
but realistically,
Well, he's also under control by Loki.
yes, he gets controlled by Loki as well.
Yeah.
And then you get to see the Avengers assemble.
Yes.
You know, call up Cap and everything like that.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite scenes too, is when he's just in his like 40s boxing ring area. I like that scene.
Yeah.
That's cool. What you thinking about?
The movie. I'm just trying to think. I'm tired. I'm sorry.
I'm tired too.
Yeah. I mean, Loki. The real introduction is him as a villain.
Yeah, he's a pretty good villain too.
Yeah.
And you get to see like Loki and Thor, their relationship,
Yeah.
everything like that. And Loki takes over Hulk at one point, which was really interesting because you never want to see Hulk on the other side.
Oh yeah.
You know, because that's like not the guy you want crushing a ship
Yeah.
way up in the sky. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So, yeah. And then you get the New York fight scene, which is just awesome.
You even get the small fight scene between like Iron Man, Thor, and Cap near the beginning, like in some woods.
Oh yeah.
Where Cap's shield stops Thor's hammer.
Yep.
Which is pretty sick.
And they all like kind of get a respect for each other,
Mm-hmm.
you know, before they actually team up.
Yeah, there's some good banter between them to begin with.
Yep. On the, what's that thing called?
The
Carrier.
Hello,
Helicarrier.
helicarrier,
Whatever. But yeah.
big thing.
And you get introduced to Nick Fury as like an actual leader.
Yeah.
And
Not some
his-
man in the
his
shadows.
sidekick Robin. I don't know what her name is actually in the movie.
Agent Hill,
Nice.
because it's
Yeah, it's your
Yeah.
last name.
I knew that.
And then what's it called? What else? It's like it was. Oh, it's got a really funky Captain America outfit.
Well, they explain it in the movie
Yeah.
because Coulson. Oh yeah, Coulson does. Coulson says, because he was gonna put on the like navy blue one,
Okay.
like the more modern one.
Yeah.
But he said, and times like these, people need like something to believe in or have hope for. So he put the old one on
Nice.
because he was fanboying like crazy around Cap,
Yep.
and so he wore it as like a message, basically.
Nice. I like that.
That I remember.
Good. Also, you got one of the coolest Loki scenes is when he goes, I have an army. He goes, well, we have a Hulk. And then later
Yeah.
in the movie, he just gets absolutely pummeled.
Ragdolled.
Like, bop, 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 bop. Yeah, he gets ragdolled.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this movie sets up Iron Man 3 because of the PTSD. Because at the end, Iron Man flies a nuke into the sky to keep the Chitauri from overtaking Earth. And you get to watch them a really cool like the Battle of New York was our first introduction to like all the Avengers fighting together
Yeah.
and using their powers together,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really cool to watch.
Yeah.
You know.
One of the first team ups in movies.
Yeah, I think it's one of the first ever movies to ever like, I don't know, just show like a battle from different areas.
Yeah.
You know, like all of a sudden you'd be watching Natasha and Cap fight Chitauri on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and then the camera would like pan up from them, and there'd go Iron Man flying past one of the giant flying Chitauri, and then all of a sudden Hulk would jump off and it's just like, and here comes Thor flying through. It was really cool to see that, and it was really kind of revolutionary for its time.
Yeah.
And now everyone's just trying to get to that point. So yeah, it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
You got any other beats you want to hit on the Avengers? I mean, everybody really knows what it's all about.
Yeah.
I would say the characterization of Iron Man in this movie is pretty bad. Josh Whedon kind of does that in both of his movies, where he kind of just makes Iron Man kind of a dick.
That's true.
And then the Russo brothers kind of rein it back in
Uh-huh.
and make him more of a level character.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he does some things in this movie that are not exactly like smart. But I kind of like that though, because you kind of get to see his character learn.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Because there was times where he first met the Hulk, Banner.
yeah,
Anyway, he's trying to like provoke him
yeah,
into becoming Hulk and stuff.
yeah, and he's
like,
not exactly
pinching him. I'm like, you dumb.
he's not exactly nice to Cap when they first show up. You know,
Yeah. Or
And,
Thor.
yeah, really none of them, honestly. Like,
Mhm.
you know, and so, yeah, and there's definitely a power struggle between him and Cap. You know,
Yeah.
it's like Cap is clearly the leader, but it's like, you know, Iron Man is kind of like
It's
they swap back and forth.
Yeah.
A lot.
Well, in Civil War, you know, everyone called him the leader, Captain anyway. And then Iron Man was like, "No, I just pay for everything." But
Exactly.
so he's the funding behind it, but
Exactly. And he thinks he should be higher
Yeah.
up, but he's had his track record of doing bad things. You know.
Mhm.
Then there's a great shawarma scene at the end where they're all eating.
Shawarma.
That was funny. That was a good post-credit scene.
Mhm.
So, yeah, good movie.
Yeah. Well, the end credit scene had Thanos,
Yep.
which is
We
pretty big.
we didn't really know what that meant at the time.
yeah.
You know, we didn't know what it was going to entail,
Mhm.
and now here we are, 6 years later. Like, damn,
6 years. Wow. Yeah, that was 2012, wasn't it?
it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, every Avengers movie's ended with Thanos.
All right, you want to rate it?
Sure do.
Does it give you the boner score?
Yeah.
It does for me. It's at least 50% bonerish.
Especially at the time.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw it twice in the movies. Come to think about it.
Yeah. Cinematography?
Yes.
Yeah, it's got some pretty good CGI.
Daytime fight. That's all I ask for.
It did have a daytime fight, and it had all of them on screen at one time, and it was like really good stuff like that. Rewatchability?
Yeah.
It's got pretty good rewatchability. Overall impressions? My first overall impressions as a kid was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
like I love that movie. So engagement and story,
Yep.
both of them check out.
Yeah.
That's a full snap, brother.
Full snap. And we didn't even mention that it made a crap ton of money.
Oh, it made more money than they ever thought it was ever gonna make. It made a ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because, what, it beat Titanic or Avatar, one and two?
I don't know. It was up there though.
Yeah.
It really let me look it up. So, but it definitely proved that what they had been doing paid off.
Literally.
Worked. What they had been doing worked.
Yeah.
The Avengers box office. My lord. $1.5 billion.
Nice.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron made less than that. So just
Mm-hmm.
to give you some
But even
example.
Ultron still made a lot.
1.5 billion. Age of Ultron made 1.4 billion. Civil War made 1.1 billion. And Avengers Infinity War made 2.74 billion.
Yeah. Is that, what's number one? Is it Infinity War of all time?
I don't know.
Because I know, like, Jurassic World is on there. Up there, anyway.
It goes
Black Panther probably up there.
Star Wars, Force Awakens, Avatar, Black Panther, Infinity War. That's box office.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and Star Wars made almost $1 billion in the first weekend, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know it made almost like $700 million in pre-sales, which is ridiculous. So, yep. But it's in the top 4. They got 2 movies in the top 4, and one of them is not even their team up movie. You know, so
Yeah.
just to give you an idea of where they're at.
Yeah.
All right, ready for 8 for debate?
Well,
we got to rank them.
Yeah, well, let's rank them real quick. But
me,
then, yes.
Marvel rankings. Here we are. All right, to give you a recap, we got Captain America: First Avenger at 6, Iron Man at 7, Thor at 13 and Iron Man 2 at 16.
Yeah.
Is Avengers better than Captain America: First Avenger? Yes.
Yeah.
I say it is. Just right. I'd say it's right above it.
So 6. Is that
Five.
5? 5.
5.
That's fair.
Avengers. This is probably gonna move.
Yeah, we can adjust it. It'll probably shift. Not much. All right, and then Iron Man 3.
Yeah, Iron Man 2 is at 16.
I would say Iron Man 2 is better.
Yes.
So I would go one behind.
So there's 18 total.
So I'd put it 17.
Okay.
Because I think
I agree
we
with
are
that.
can decide what number is 18.
Yeah, what's the worst? You might have to you have to watch Thor: The Dark World, don't you?
Yeah.
Because you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Have fun with that one. All right.
Or I'll just say I did and not.
Please do, because then I'll just have to reference. The
I'll
movie
research it. I'm not gonna.
No, you have to watch the whole thing,
Okay.
start to finish. All right, brother. What's our 8 for debate?
So when I was making my list, I put Ready Player One on there, and I was thinking, what if you could pick one video game world that you could live in or play in, and only that world, what would it be?
Okay.
So
we've both picked video game worlds.
Mhm.
So you go first.
I went first last week.
Okay,
we
I'll go
alternate.
first. So my video game world that I want to live in is almost cheating because it's so good. It's the Lego universe. Now you're laughing right now, but why would you not want to be in the Lego universe? Okay, if you die, you just put yourself back together. You just there are multiple franchises. There's Batman, there's Star Wars, there's Jurassic World, there's everything. And if there's not one in there yet, you can build it. Okay? You can build whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can play with Legos all day long. You are a Lego.
Yeah.
It's just the best. I would be hard pressed to find a better one.
Would you be just a Will Lego?
I'd be whatever I want. I mean,
I'm saying
you know
you
what I
could
mean?
dress up, but you'd be
Yeah,
but a Lego.
I'd be me.
Okay,
I'd be
okay.
me. And then like if I want to be a stormtrooper one day, I just put on a stormtrooper helmet and change my bottom.
Start shooting at nothing.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
I think that would be super cool. And then the other thing is, as you know, because you've played Lego games, there are cheats to make
Yeah.
it even better. So you could cheat your own life to be better. That would be awesome.
Okay.
What's yours, man?
All right.
Oh, can I just say something real quick?
Yeah.
While doing this, I had the hardest time finding one because I play a lot of like video games where you definitely would not want to live in that universe.
Right.
You know? But good.
All right. Let me get my notes out because I did put some notes down for this.
Okay,
Especially my final note on this is hilarious.
I'll pause it so that we're not wasting. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, go.
All right. Mine
Yes.
is Pokemon.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a good that's a good one.
Yeah. So I would say I'll say 10,
Yeah.
maybe a little earlier to junior year of high school. I'd say I played Pokemon. So that's a
Yeah.
good 8 years of my life at least I've played Pokemon. Endless fun, right? You have freedom. There's no school that we know of, you know.
This is true.
There's adventure. You got to explore. No consequences with anything really.
Realistically,
There's no real threat to your life anyway. You get to go around hunting Pokemon and capturing them.
Uh-huh.
Got to be the best that there ever was.
Yeah.
Um,
Have you ever seen the Pokemon movie?
Yeah.
There's real consequences in
yeah, whatever.
that. No, I'm just messing with you.
No, but you never grow old really. You could just stay the same age.
Yeah, and in the video game, if you die, you just wake up at home.
Just save and restart.
Just here we go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
plus, who wouldn't want to actually have Pokemon?
Right?
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, and oh shit, that's not my notes. There we go. In my notes I wrote, most of my youth was already wasted playing it, so I have no problem wasting the rest of my life. And then my final note is, you get to hang out with some real anime cuties.
Wow. There are some pretty hot chicks in Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, what's the nurse? Nurse
Amy-
Joy?
That sounds right. I was
Nurse
thinking
Joy is pretty
Amy
banging.
is there's Misty, Amy, and the other one.
Misty and Amy's pretty hot too. Well, I mean, in a cute. I guess I
Without
would
being
say.
creepy, that's why.
Yeah, without being
cute.
weird.
Yeah.
I mean, Nurse Joy is pretty good looking, right?
I'm
Let's
pretty
see.
sure the one Brock is always over.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Brock is pretty.
But just being able to control a Pokemon of your own and capture them, be insane.
I think Pokemon would be sick.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
See, the thing about Lego though, is you can just do whatever you want.
Okay. I get what you're saying, because in
Okay.
Pokemon it's limited to
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm having a hard time not wanting to be in your universe though. But I also love to be in the Lego universe.
Well, I'm just thinking of the Lego movie.
What about it?
Just like that's how it would be. And that seems fun.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you want to go fly and just build a plane.
Exactly. You can just build whatever you want and just
Yeah.
do it. You know, be cool.
Yeah.
Well, man, I mean, I don't have much more to say. You got anything else to say?
Mm-mm.
I think we both agree that we picked some pretty damn good video game universes.
Yeah.
I'm proud of us. Some examples of bad ones that we would not want to be in. The Call of Duty universe.
Right.
All of the time, the world is coming to an end, and civilians just get murdered left and right.
Mhm.
Halo, you don't want to be in that one.
No.
Fortnite, you don't want to
Anything
be
with
in that one.
zombies. Don't want to be anything with zombies.
Exactly. There's a lot of bad ones out there, like The Last of Us. You know.
Yeah.
God of War, you don't want to be in that.
Mm-mm. What just came out? Red Dead? No.
Nah. Skyrim, you don't really trust me. You don't want to be in Skyrim. Most of the people are dying or dead in that game. Besides you.
Yeah.
What else, man? There's just a lot of bad ones out there. I think we got the best too.
I'd say so.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we nailed it. Alrighty then.
Cool.
You got an unpopular opinion for the week?
Not this week.
I don't either.
All right.
I'm not.
Yeah,
feeling
those ones, it's hard to just sit there and think. Those kind of just have to come to you.
unpopular opinions just have to come with you. I had
Yeah.
a few stored up for the first few weeks, and then
Yeah,
after
same.
that, it's just like they just come when they come.
Yeah, like my Halloween one just came because it was Halloween.
Gotcha.
And then the ranch one because someone reminded me, asked me to grab a ranch for the pizza.
Gotcha. I've already got my sleeper. That's First Man, because I
Oh.
don't think a lot of people saw that.
Right.
So good.
I watched a movie on Netflix last week.
Okay.
It's called Wind River.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's got Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen.
Okay.
And do you know anything about it?
No.
All right. Well, Jeremy Renner is a tracker who lives on a Indian reserve,
Okay.
Native American reserve.
Okay.
And his ex-wife's there. That's why he's there.
Okay.
They were married and have a kid. So, and then Elizabeth Olsen plays a FBI agent to come to investigate a murder that Jeremy Renner came across, and it was his deceased daughter's best friend was found like 6 miles into the mountains. They're in Wyoming, so it's snowy and mountainous there.
Okay.
And so they team up, try to solve it, figure out. It's a real slow burn of a
Okay.
movie, but it's still pretty good.
I like slow burns
Mm-hmm.
if they have a good ending.
Yeah, and it's showing like how like a CIA agent trying to adapt to the rules of an Indian reserve because
Got
they
it.
don't necessarily follow the law,
Gotcha.
or not allowed to, you know.
Yeah.
So, like, she can just get held at gunpoint without question sometimes, depending on where she's at.
Okay.
So it gets real stressful, you know.
Gotcha. I'll have to watch that one. Wind River, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bet. I'm gonna write that down. Wind River. Okay. I've been watching Daredevil season 3. I've
Still?
gotten like pretty far into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't just grind it like I used to back in high school.
Oh yeah.
You know, because you used to have like 7 hours of free time after class in high school.
Yeah.
Not like that anymore. But yeah, so I'll watch like an episode like every other day, you know, and I'm getting through it, dude. It's so good. I could watch men slowly get up from a fight all day long. Like, just those fight scenes where, like, he will literally, he's just, like, laying there, like, oh, you know what I mean? And then here comes a guy, so he's, like, got to push himself up and, like, using his falling down from pain, like, punch another dude in the face. And there's a scene that I watched this a long time ago, but we haven't done this an episode for a while. So, what's it called? There's always a scene in Daredevil, right? It's become its staple. It's like an uncut hallway scene or something like that, where it's just a fight scene. The one in this movie, I think there's little places where they might have snuck in a cut. Maybe not, because there's like smoke, right? Like tear gas, where they might have been able to like flash the screen.
Right.
But it's in the prison. It is literally like 22 minutes of pure uncut action, and
Really?
it's ridiculous, dude.
Wow.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
I like every single season. I'm like, there's no way they could get better, and then they do it better. And I was just, yeah. But this one's like back down to earth. No Defenders bullshit. No Luke Cage bullshit. Like, I don't like any of the other shows. I liked Daredevil season 1. Then Jessica Jones came out, and I was like, oh my god, Netflix is making the best thing ever. Daredevil season 2 came out. I was like, okay, it's still good. Then Luke Cage came out, and my whole dreams fell apart. I was like, this is doo-doo. And then I started watching Jessica Jones season 2 because I was like, that's the other one that was good. This should be good. No. So I'm glad Daredevil season 3 is pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what was it? 2 of them have gotten canceled. Iron Fist and Luke Cage.
Yeah.
There's
Those are the 2 that should get canceled.
And then there's Punisher,
Jessica Jones.
and Daredevil.
Yeah.
Let's say if there were 6 of them,
yeah.
or if there was only 4 total and 2 of them got canceled, they could easily work that into storyline of why they got canceled.
I got you.
Turn to dust.
They got dusted. Yeah, and I heard a stat that like 57% of viewers are down since the last season of Daredevil, so I highly doubt it. I think they're all just going away, which is actually really sad because I feel like they should have just stuck with Daredevil and Punisher and just rode that for a while, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like Arrow's done that for a bunch of seasons, you know? Just had Arrow and Flash for a long time.
Yeah.
Then you threw
but then they have
Supergirl in.
but she's on a different network.
Yeah, but and they barely cross over, so you know they're not spreading themselves thin, you know.
Well, they did try Legends of Tomorrow from that too.
Ooh, they did.
But I think got canceled.
Didn't go so well. It's all right.
No.
I've also been watching this. You know what Vox is on YouTube?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, they've had like
YouTube
they have interesting videos. They have a Netflix show called Explained.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. It's like a Vox video on steroids.
I was gonna say their YouTube videos are really good.
Yeah, but it's like a Vox video on steroids. I would implore you to go watch the esports one.
Oh god.
No, it's good. They do it justice. You know, they don't make it out like this weird thing that all adults do.
Oh gotcha.
You know, all adults are like, what are the esports? Why wouldn't you just? My biggest problem is adults will watch you watch somebody else playing a video game. They're like, well, why don't you just play the video game? And I'm like, well, what do you do every single Sunday?
Watch football.
You watch football.
Watch someone play football.
Exactly. Why don't you go out there and play football? Well, I can't. Exactly. I can't play video game as good as them, so I enjoy watching them play it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. That reminds me, you said esport. I've been playing FIFA a lot.
Uh-huh.
Got into first ever weekend league.
Nice.
This past weekend.
Good for you.
Yeah. Because me and Dewitt are sharing an account this year.
Yep.
So we both because they changed it from 40 games, which was hell,
Yeah.
to 30 games, so
Okay.
it's more manageable. So we just split the 15 games.
Yeah.
We finished 16 and 14.
Nice.
Our first ever.
So you guys probably got some pretty good rewards.
Yeah, we will Thursday.
Nice.
We're aiming for 11 because if you get 11 wins, you automatically requalify.
Yep.
So we did better than expected.
So you got 16, right?
We got 16.
So if you get 11 every single week, you'll never have to
Yeah,
worry about
11's
it ever
our
again.
bare minimum goal.
Because to get in, you have to do the tournament, and the tournament is
Well,
hell.
they changed it. They
Okay.
don't have a knockout tournament anymore.
Thank God.
They changed it. It's called Division Rivals,
Okay.
where if you win, you have to get 2,000 qualification points.
Okay.
And if you win, you get like around 50. If you lose, you get about 25. And if you draw, you get 11.
Okay.
So it depends on what you do. So we played enough until we got to 2,000, like online games.
Yep.
And then we finally got in
Nice.
this weekend.
Nice.
So it was finally, because this is like 2 years now that they've had the weekend league. But the gameplay's terrible. So it's so backwards. Like there's games where both of us, like I'd be getting destroyed. Like I would have 5 shots on target and I would have like 4 goals, where the guy would be like upwards in the 20s, and I would come out winning. But it would also flip. Like there's games I would just dominate
Have
the whole thing,
50 shots.
but the guy would just couldn't miss.
Yeah.
So it's broken gameplay, but oh well.
It's all good.
Yeah,
They'll figure it out.
maybe. And I watched a really good movie.
What'd you watch?
For the first time? I watched The Big Lebowski.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched that for the first time. I've never
It's a good
seen
movie.
it. Yeah, it's on Hulu. I saw it and I was like, oh, I'm watching this immediately.
Nice.
So
Did you like it?
Good. Oh, loved it.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right. What are we doing next week?
Oh yes, you want to keep this a secret?
Yeah.
I thought of it before I came here.
I'm excited.
Um,
It's a showdown, first
yes,
off.
it's another bracket. So I was thinking we could do something serious, or we could do something fun that will provoke some laughs.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is, I don't know how many. We'll talk about that. We'll do famous animated characters, and then we're gonna have them fight to the death.
Gotcha.
So like the first two is like, for instance, or example is Homer Simpson
Okay.
versus SpongeBob. Okay. So, and we're gonna have them fight to the death.
Okay.
And we're gonna give them one weapon or one item that they
So SpongeBob
handle
would
on the
be
day,
like his spatula.
like a spatula, yeah.
Okay.
And then like Homer would have a beer can
Or a donut.
or a donut.
Okay.
So that's their one thing
All right.
that they're with the most.
I rate that. I like that.
We're gonna limit 2 per franchise or whatever,
Alrighty.
depending on how many we want to do.
Gotcha.
Because we could probably do like the 120 bracket if
Yeah, we
we
probably
really wanted
could.
to.
All right. Sounds good. All right, brother.
Yep.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right. Peace.
Goodbye.